Nightmares about my deepest secrets out. 2 months inside the crib, it's time for me to leave the house. I wanna put my hands around a girl.
Fuck yeah, this. Alright. I'm back in the fucking beast. Back in the van. Just going over there now with Jack. Jack's in the car. You know what I want to do, Jack? I want to get Matt to put a fucking basketball hoop up here.
Yeah, that'd be hectic.
Then we can just play lunchtime, shoot.
Old dead sets.
Oh, here we are. Hey, Brando!
Get me wrong, I know I'm young and I ain't trying to rush. It just seems nice, but it's tough when nobody
Alright, so because the response was so good to our last little interview, we're going to start giving away free game to smaller clothing brands that are stuck on different things. I've got a mate who's starting a clothing brand and he wants some help with a few things, so he's going to fire some questions at us. We got myself and Jai here. Bree was meant to be here, but yeah, he's just fuck. He's starting his own activewear business. He's got a coaching business at the moment. He's right into fitness. So I was just with him in Bali and he had a heap of questions. I thought, fuck, there's lots of people out there that are starting brands. Hey, what's doing? How are we? Give me 2 seconds.
How are you, bros?
Good, bro. Just tell me how to work this computer.
Yeah, plug it in and then you go put it in. What's going on, people?
Hey, how are you?
All right, good. Hey,
You met
Tegan.
Jai?
I haven't met Tegan, no.
So we've done this once before, and we just, I think our YouTube pumped from it. So that's what I'm like. We're gonna do it with we think it gives a lot of value. Think about what you're looking for. Maybe let's just start by, so you're on the big screen here for us. So let's just, maybe you want to start by introducing yourself and what you do and what you're doing.
And what your business is, yeah.
And what your business
sorry,
is.
I got no idea. I think, yeah, go.
I'm Conrad Quick. This is my girlfriend, Tegan. And we run Quicks Academy, which is a coaching business for men. We're also launching Quicks, which is a fitness brand. So that is the clothing side of our fitness brand. And I guess the vision for Quicks as a fitness brand is to have the clothing side of things. We were in Melbourne for, I guess, 3 years before moving to Bali. So we're been in Bali now for a year and a half.
Tegan, do you want to give us your little background? Because Tegan is a lawyer. She actually helped me at the start of Frontrunner, eh?
Oh, you're kidding. How's that?
So that was like my past life. I was in corporate law. And then Connie and I had the opportunity to move to Bali. So we're kind of just like, let's do it. And I've been working with Conrad ever since. So sort of just, I would call myself like the Brie of our Quicks Academy. So sort of just like all of the behind the scenes kind of stuff.
It's cool. Like some people say, oh, how hard is it like working with my wife? And I'm just like, it's the fucking best. Like if you get to share, you literally get to share everything. Like to be able to come home and like share the highs, but also share the lows is like, I think people always ask us like, would you recommend like going into business with your partner? I'm just like, fuck it. And even with us, like we're best mates going into business with mates. People say, oh, be careful, but like,
nah,
best thing ever.
I was listening to a potty on the way here actually, and they talk about how businesses with co-founders actually have a lot more success because you've always got one person, not always, but a lot of time you'll have one person up, one person down sort of thing, and you kind of like, you can bring each other up and sort of work with each other. So
what I lack, she makes up for, which helps us both grow together.
You need that.
She pushes me as much as I push her, and we just have a really good connection. Doing that together is fucking epic.
I just wanted to transition from like, you've been in coaching for a long time. You've got a few staff now that working for you. From the conversation that we had, Connie, you've got it to a point where it's nearly running itself, but another passion of yours has always been clothes, and he's a cool cunt, bro. You're the trendy guy in your group. You always got cool kits on. It's a passion of yours, eh?
Yeah, it's always been a passion of mine.
I do a little bit of coaching stuff here and there. I just want to make sure that we can give you a couple of things that are really going to move the needle for you over the next sort of period. So we can go through that kind of stuff for sure, and like what challenges and what to be aware of and what to set up.
It's such a new industry for us. It's kind of like you don't know what you don't know until you try.
Yeah.
And we're at the point now where we've tried for a year. We've been in the sampling process for a year.
Awesome.
So I think for us, like the biggest issue that we had was like choosing our first partner, and like clearly we've chosen the wrong partner to partner with. We've just been on this journey where we've been just going in fucking circles and circles and circles, and we're literally getting no.
I bet you'll look back on that and you'll know you would have learnt a lot from it.
Oh
Yeah, for sure.
You would have been asking a million questions. So like when every time that they would have said this can't happen, this fabric you can't do this, and you would have asked the question why. And I think that's a massive part of like how when I was starting, I was just saying, why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? And you learn so much in that phase. It might seem like chaos at the time, but like at least going into whatever new partnership you have now, you've learned from those things. Yeah.
And so now the suppliers that we're working with, they've just made it all. And so we're like, what were those no's though? Like, I think that we actually just partnered with shit people who didn't actually know what we wanted. When you guys had just done your samples, did you feel comfortable going into your first bulk order? Like obviously there's a lot of money on the table. You don't know if it's going to sell out. Like how do you sort of approach those situations?
At the start, you're like, fuck, I don't know. You just hear so many horror stories about like not getting it right. So it'll bring a lot of value to anyone that's watching this. Is I had a lot of confidence in ordering my first order through Alibaba. People say, oh, don't use Alibaba. Alibaba's this, Alibaba's that. Alibaba's got a fucking built-in insurance policy that these suppliers have to abide by. So like if they send you your order, you've paid for it, you get it, it's fucked. It's not like the original samples, bang, bang, photo, this, that, dispute on Alibaba. They have to remake it. So like there is a lot of coverage, and they are... China is very, very good, and we still get it to this day. This week, we actually had a bulk product come in that was in the wrong fabric, and we're not launching it. It always happens. Like a lot of these things, you'll think, oh, this just happened to me, or it's me on the first order. It still happens to us now. Mistakes do happen.
But they play ball.
But they do, they play ball. I don't think worry about putting the money on the table for your bulk order. What I would be concerned about is ordering too much.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, there needs to be a strategy built around your plan for launch and how much you order. And I don't know if pre-orders you really think... we've never done pre-order. I just don't think...
No.
It just... pre-orders fucking suck. But I would say go low numbers.
Yeah.
Go minimums, whatever the supplier's minimums are. Go minimums, sell it out, create the urgency. What you get to learn off that is you get to learn how quickly the medium's sold, because the other thing you want to get is a good gauge on your size range. So that
your
took
audience.
us, your audience. It took us for a couple of years. Ours used to be like a larges and an extra large, because people were wearing shit more oversized, and now they've started swaying towards...
We've had to bring a double extra small.
They've started swaying towards a smaller product, which has changed our order sizes, because we used to know on each drop we'd be like, all right, fuck, this is what our breakdown is, bang, bang, bang. But you still got to keep a close eye on it. So you don't want to be sitting on... You never really want to be sitting on too much stock, but I think it's important to just test.
You don't want to be in a position where you've ordered 300 of an item and you have to sell 200 of them just to keep yourself in the game. Do you know what I mean? Like you want to be in a position where you can have 50, 100, whatever it is sales, make your money back, and then be able to rinse and repeat kind of thing. You got to understand the first few months of what you're going to do, and even the first year, there's so much testing and measuring, and you don't want to get to the point where you've gone too deep on anything and then you've wasted all the budget, all the money that you've spent, and now you're having to flog a product that isn't hitting. You don't want to you want to go, like Tim said, probably minimums, and just kind of like see what hits. And then if it does hit, you can always reorder. Yeah.
Then you ask the questions about the winners. You say, was it the shape that they liked? Was it the fit that they liked? Was it the design that they liked? But also, Jai will say, that's why we're a great balance, because Jai always focuses on keeping the business alive, but I was always like, get the fucking product in the hands of the people.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what.
I want to space some stuff out, because I guess with this time frame that we've had with all the delays and fuck arounds, I have been looking closely at other brands that are coming up and through, especially running brands that are popping off at the moment. But I see so many brands that launch and then they're just dead for fucking 6 months.
Yeah.
And then it's the same thing later on. So I don't want to be like that.
So
that's been a big.
no, you go.
That's been a big part of our success. No, there's not one brand that's outworked us.
Yeah.
For the last 4 years, we have dropped something every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's fucking chaos. But there's no one doing that. And other brands have tried to do that. They're like, oh yeah, we do. No, you don't. Like I honestly haven't seen any other brand that's pumping it like we are.
And then you find your winners.
Yeah.
You find your winners.
On that, Tim, how does your planning work so that you can actually accommodate that sort of drop schedule? Like, how far in advance are you planning and designing and sampling?
I think it's, to be honest, with the way that we work, and you can talk about this, it's more. I think what's been better for us has committing to those 2 drops a month. Yeah. Like whatever happens outside of that is fucking chaos.
I can actually do a session with you, Tegan, and we can go through what it's like to build. It's called a critical path. So ideally, we'll go every 2 weeks. This is we got our drop dates built out until 2026, and we got to give a bit of fucking leeway here for the sampling process, because the sampling process meant to take 2 weeks, but as you know, it's taking you guys a year. So there's you got to always give a little bit of wiggle room, because you can always have a plan, but there's a plan and then there's reality, and they're fucking 2 different things, 2 completely different things.
So are you guys receiving stock every 2 weeks?
Yeah, every day.
Few days.
Every few days. A point that I'll make here though is that, remember I said the 2 drops is what we commit to. What is in those 2 drops can change today.
Yeah.
Like if we get a drop on Sunday and something hasn't arrived, that drop is still going ahead.
Yeah.
Has been the biggest struggle so far is just like designing those really cool graphics as well. Like, how important is that for you to have like such a bang on design team so that you can churn out all of these designs and graphics so that you can drop something every 2 weeks?
I think that, you know what, big part of it was from the start, we realised what we were good at and what we weren't. And one of the things was I didn't even know how to use a fucking computer. So we put on, we went looking, we looked for a designer, we looked for, and we got the best photographers. Shoots were costing us fuckloads. We didn't stinge out on anything. So we put on a designer straight away, and I could just sit with her and be like, I want this, and she would just bang it out. Fucking let's go. We've had the same designer for fucking 4 years. Yeah, she's a weapon.
How did you find her?
Just Instagram.
Friends of friends.
A big thing too, one of the lessons I learned was, especially in design, like, just don't ask for advice. Like, sometimes you got to ask people, but if you ask 4 people, they're all going to have a different opinion, and it's just going to spin you out. You just got to look at it, and you spend time. You know what I do whenever if I get samples in and I'm in a bad mood, I won't even look at them, mate. I'll wait until the next morning after I've trained and I'm fucking fresh and I know that the sun's shining, because I know if I'm in a bad mood, I'm going to look at these samples and look for everything that's wrong with them. Do you know what I mean? I'll make sure the fucking sun's coming through here. I put my headphones on, I'll put some mad music on, and I'll just dress myself, not just put the shorts on, I'll put the whole fit on. I'll pretend like I'm going somewhere.
Catwalk.
I'll dead set pretend like I'm going somewhere. And I have to put the shoes on, everything. For 6 months or so there, I got complacent. I was like, oh yeah, that'll do, because we were trying to keep up with these 2 drops. And I was just like, yep, that'll do, that'll do. I just thought anything we put out, they'll buy. But then, you know what happened? That's when we got caught with a bit too much stock.
Yeah.
We sat on too much stock, flattened out, and we're like, fuck.
So what do you do in those situations? Obviously you don't creep, but like, what's your strategy to overcome that? Did we overcompensate a little bit? I think you got to use it as a loss and say, all right, we'll move on. Let's
never. You either win or you learn. There's no losses. That's the key thing in this, is that you win or you learn. But like, I think what you're doing, like just the questions you're asking there, that's what we do. It's really hard to kind of lean into what the actual problem is. But like, you need to review it all. So like, let's say we had a drop that was going to go, we thought was going to go well, and it didn't. Like, we would literally sit in a room or on the phone or whatever and just go through how was the marketing, how was the shoot, how was the build up, how was the storytelling, was the product actually that good? Like, how did it go on the models? How was it compared to all the other items that were in there? Was there too many items in the drop?
We'll do the same when it works too. We'll say what worked about it. How do we do this again?
We've literally made mistakes where we've had too many products in the one drop, and they're all winners. If we just had separated them into separate drops, they all would have gone off. But because we had too many together, it's like they stole from each other.
I'll tell you our biggest growth period, and it was actually, so you know how we were like, I was telling you that we would sell out, get more stock, sell out, get more stock. It was such a good it built so much hype, but we actually didn't realise how much of the pie that we were missing out on.
Because when you sell out, you don't know.
When you sell out, you don't know how many people are actually wanting your product. And then one month we were like, fuck it, let's just go balls to the wall. And we ordered like 5 times the amount of product, got it in, and it's still sold out. So like how it works for us, we sort of flatten out for a bit and then it'll be like, you'll find another unlock, right? So that was, stock was an unlock for us then. But like you're always looking for these little things like, fuck, we were doing that wrong, bang. See you later. Goes off again. Another big thing for us was like, we were trying to do too much and I was like, I realising how good our tea was, and I was like, I'm just gonna spend the whole off season just fucking working on this one hoodie. So we just went back and forth like a million times till we got it right. The fabric, the fit, the hood, the finishes, just like everything. I was just so pedantic about one product. And then our hood this winter just fucking pumped, and I was like, bang, we found another product.
So for someone like starting out, what would you say like 3 critical hires are?
Design. I would outsource your design. So get some contractors.
Starting out, even maybe up to your first 6-12 months, depending on how much money comes through the door, you can't afford to have to be paying staff on a downturn. Probably design, content. Would be is that like number one? Any other hires? We actually didn't have any hires. It was just me and that's what I mean. Like you'd have an outsourced designer that's helping put your ideas into reality. I'd probably do some sort of outsourced accounting, something, just if it's a small level. Your ads.
Good marketing agency. We'll get one for you.
We can connect you up with one, but yeah, for sure.
I forgot to say one thing. One thing just came up to me, but we didn't do this right at the start. If I could go back and do it again, I would. It would be how you package and present your product to your customer by spending a couple dollars on a fucking mad box and mad presentation, so it arrives, so they feel like they've got luxury before they even open the.
Well, thank you so much, guys. This is awesome. Really appreciate it.
No worries, guys.
We're here to help.
100%. Yeah, don't go quiet. Like you will have a million questions every day. Like. Add me on Instagram or whatever and just message me through there. I don't have a big following like you guys, but message me through there and we can chat as much as we want.
I appreciate it. Hey, boys. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You can't even get out of it.
No.
That was good.
If you want to be like us, you need someone like me. This is all you think about. Like we've got you does the grouse, all the finances, strategy, and that. Like I think like
100%. You need I
feel like you can't have two things.
No, you need 100%. That's why I was almost like talking to Connie and talking to Teagan, because like you can see that they're almost wired a bit differently.
They're good.
Like it's like
perfect
Connie
combo.
It's like Connie. You focus on getting the grouse fucking product and all the rest of it, and Teagan, you can kind of
she'll be you. She's smart, bro. He's a fucking good guy, but he'll make a good fitness brand. Lives and breathes it. That's why it'll be good.
He needs. That's what he needs to do. That's what you're saying. You need him. Tim's got an issue with wearing shirts around here. So this is how he walks around the office like this. This is the talent. He just struggles to find his shirt.
Because I had these on.
And climate change at the same time doesn't make you feel like everything's fine. Quite the opposite. I'm a skeptic, but I'm still quite the opposite.